of Biz.
Hello everyone, my name is Sushri Das and I am here today to guide you regarding the differentiation between a service mark and a trademark. So let's begin. Firstly, let's secure a good grasp of the basic concepts. A company builds its brand name generally on the basis of identifiable items such as logos, sounds, words, color schemes, and devices. Therefore, companies are very meticulous when it comes to protecting the intellectual property because it holds a high value in today's economy. What is IP? IP, which is short for intellectual property, is referred to all the creations made by the human mind. There are a total of 7 types of intellectual property rights. Copyright for the protection of artistic and literary work under the Copyrights Act 1957. Trademark for the protection of words or symbols under the Trademarks Act of 1999. Patents for the protection of inventions under Patents Act 1970. Geographical indication for the protection of goods and services that are specific to a particular region under the Geographical Indications Goods and Registration and Protection Act 1999. New or original features of shape, configuration, pattern, ornamentation, or composition of lines or colors as specified to an article, whether in 2 or 3 dimensions or both, protected by the Designs Act 2000. Semiconductor integrated circuit layouts that are protected under the Designs Act 2000. And finally, the plant varieties for the protection of different plant varieties under the Protection of Plant Varieties and Farmers' Rights Act 2001. It is very important to provide legal protection to intellectual property for the progression of any society in this world. A registered service mark is used to designate the source of the services. It helps to distinguish the services of one company from another. While a trademark can be a phrase, symbol, design, name, or a combination of these things that a company puts on its product so that it can be easily differentiated from the product of different companies. This might seem very straightforward, but a few complexities must be ironed out. Understanding the various forms of brand protection is quite essential for the business. Now, let's discuss how to recognize a service mark. A service mark is a subclass of a trademark. A company uses service mark as a brand identifier. All companies that provide different types of services rather than products refer to their trademark as a service mark. In India, a service mark is not defined anywhere. It is rather included in the definition of a trademark under Section 2ZB of the Trademarks Act 1999. The term service mark is not defined independently under the Trademarks Act 1999, rather included in the definition of trademark, which includes a mark that is capable of being represented graphically so that it can distinguish between the services of one person to those of another. A service mark can only be associated with services provided by the company. For example, services like cleaning services, legal services, training services, consulting services, etc. Some well known examples of service marks are American Express, United Airlines, Facebook, etc. Prior to the Trademarks Act 1999, trademarks were only given to goods and not services under the Trade and Merchandise Marks Act 1958. But the Act of 1999 changed all the scenarios because for the first time, trademark registration was given to services in India. The Act follows a niche classification of goods and services and provides 11 classes and services from class 35 to 45 under the trademarks rules of 2002. Now let's talk about what exactly is a trademark. A trademark works as a visual representation that is attached to the goods that indicate the originality. The trademark is a precious asset for a trader or a businessman because it directly associates with the goodwill of the trade or the business. Therefore, the protection of the trademark is directly linked to the protection of the reputation of the goodwill of the company. A trademark is a precious asset of the trader or a businessman because it directly associates with the goodwill of the trade or the business. Therefore, the protection of the trademark is directly linked to the protection of the reputation of the company. The term trademark has been defined under Section 21ZB of the Trademarks Act 1999. According to the Act, the term trademark is defined as a mark which is capable of being represented graphically and is also capable of distinguishing the goods and services of one's business from those of the other businesses, and may include shape of goods, their packaging, and combination of colors. Now that we have discussed the basic concepts, let's talk about the difference between service mark and trademark. A trademark or a service mark is a symbol or a logo or a phrase or a combination of these things which helps in differentiating the product or service with that of the other. The difference between service mark and a trademark lies in what they represent. One represents a product of the company, whereas other represents the service provided by the company. Now I am going to list the key differences. 1. A trademark can be used for any good that is produced by the company, whereas a service mark can be only used for services provided by the company. Second, when a applicant submits the application for trademark registration, they can use the symbol TM on their product, whereas when an applicant submits the application of a service mark for registration, they can only use the symbol SM for the service they are providing. Third, information regarding the categorization is provided under Section 7 of the Act. For the definition and classification of goods, they are categorized from 1 to 34 under the Trademarks Act of 1999. Whereas for service mark, information regarding the categorization of goods is provided under Section 7 of the Act. For the definition and classification of the services, they are categorized from 35 to 42 under the Trademarks Act 1999. 4. Trademark is associated with the product of the company, such as chocolate, shoes, cell phones, notebooks, packing material, etc. Whereas service mark is associated with the services provided by the company, such as cleaning services, legal services, training services, consulting services, etc. Now let's talk about the registration of service mark in India. Firstly, the interested applicant needs to identify the location under the service that is provided by the company. Then, by filing out a form of TM1 with the required documents, the applicant can proceed with the procedure. With this, the applicant has to provide the details regarding the class and subclasses of which the company aims to provide the services. The documents required for registration are as follows: a copy of the service mark, details regarding the service provided by the company, details regarding the trademark agent or the lawyer with the copy of the power of attorney, and fourthly, the copy of the government authorized ID proofs. The trademark registrar will start examining the application along with the documents filed with the application. After the verification is complete and the registry is satisfied, it will publish service mark in the Indian Trademarks Journal for a period of 3 months. Now, if any third party has an objection, can bring it to the registry within a period of 4 months of such publication. The registrar will send a copy of the objection to the applicant. Evidence has to be filed by both the parties. Upon the satisfaction, the registrar will approve the registration. The registered service mark is protected for a period of 10 years. A company can renew the service mark by filling out form TM12 along with the renewal fee. Now, let's discuss the registration of a trademark in India. Firstly, the interested applicant needs to conduct a trademark search to check if there is any similar mark already existing or not. Then, by filing out the form TMA with all the required documents, the applicant can proceed with the procedure. One can file the application through e-portal or in physical form in the office. The documents required for registering the trademark are as follows: a copy of the trademark, details regarding the service provided by the company, details regarding the trademark agent or lawyer with the copy of power of attorney, a copy of the government authorized ID proofs. Then the trademark registrar will start with the examination of the application along with the documents filed by the applicant. After the verification is complete and the registrar is satisfied, it will publish the trademark in the Indian Trademarks Journal for a period of 3 months. Now, if there is a third party that has any objection, can bring forward to the registry within a period of 4 months from the date of publication. The registrar will then send a copy of the objection to the applicant. Evidences has to be submitted by both the parties. Upon satisfaction, the registrar will then approve the registration. The registered trademark is protected for a period of 10 years. A company can renew the trademark by filing out Form TM12 along with the renewal fee. So that concludes our video on the difference between service mark and trademark. For more such information and queries that you may have, contact Corbis from the details provided below. At Corbis, we have an excellent team of experts who can assist you as per your legal queries. You can also comment down below any of the questions that you may have. For more such videos, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.